Department of Child Services caseworkers' gut feeling overlooked. Well, tonight, our fact finder team is digging through a stack of internal emails from DCS uncovered by WSBT-22 and the South Bend Tribune.
WSBT-22's Kelly Stopczynski has been working on this story you will only see, hear, and read in the Tribune. Kelly, this case involves two babies, a brother and a sister, and two separate cases of alleged abuse.
Jennifer, these two kids right here, and according to those DCS emails, caseworkers from the agency practically begged St. Joseph County's Special Victims Unit to investigate the first case involving 15-month-old Aliyah Crockett last February. But that never happened. The prosecutor's office says there's a clear reason for it. Then, nearly 7 months later, police say 11-month-old Micaiah Crockett was murdered by his mother. These Department of Child Services emails begin at 3:55 a.m. on August 31st. The officer reported to DCS the baby, Micaiah Crockett, had no bruising, no swelling, no broken bones, and his CAT scan results were fine. But doctors put him on a ventilator and did not expect him to survive. The officer also noted baby Micaiah's sister, Aliyah, is in a child nursing home for a similar incident occurring a year ago. One child is a coincidence, but two children is a pattern, the officer reported. Another email from a DCS director a few hours later says one of the caseworkers who handled the February 2014 investigation into Aliyah's injuries was a wreck after hearing about Micaiah's injuries. I am really concerned about her, the director writes. The caseworker truly felt that one should have been substantiated, but police's findings indicated nothing. It was her gut feeling. She wants out. And another email that day about baby Aliyah's near fatality says during that assessment, SVU was requested to assist and investigate multiple times and chose not to. I reached out to St. Joseph County Prosecutor Mike Dvorak more than 24 hours before my deadline on this story, requesting on-camera interviews with both him and Special Victims Unit Commander Brian Young. Instead, a spokeswoman for the prosecutor's office issued a statement saying some of the August emails were written by DCS employees not involved in the February investigation into the first child's injuries. SVU was contacted twice regarding the February 1st incident. Both communications were with a DCS supervisor who indicated she understood SVU's decision not to initiate a further investigation based on the evidence, statements, and concurring medical opinions, which all pointed to a tragic accident, the statement says. Aliyah is still in a vegetative state in a central Indiana facility. Her younger brother, Micaiah Crockett, died September 1st. According to court documents, their mother, Nyesha Crockett, admitted to investigators she got mad Micaiah's father was not answering text messages. So she smothered their baby with a shirt, threw him to the ground, kicked and hit him. She played a video game on her cell phone before calling 911. During that investigation, police say the 21-year-old mother also admitted she used a scarf to strangle baby Aliyah in February until the little girl stopped breathing. That statement from the prosecutor's office goes on to say the office is limited in what it can say right now because criminal charges are pending against Nyesha Crockett. She is charged with murder, battery, and neglect in this case. Her trial slated to start in February.
All right, so let's talk for a second about how you were able to get these DCS emails.
On September 2nd, I sent DCS something called an access to public records request asking for information about both Crockett children as well as reports and paperwork in the case, as well as any internal emails related to these investigations. DCS denied our initial request, but WSBT and the Tribune actually took the agency to court last month, and a judge ruled partially in our favor, releasing those emails and also Micaiah Crockett's medical records.
But nothing for the surviving child, Aliyah.
And there are so many questions there. So even though DCS classifies Aliyah's death as a near fatality, the judge says it doesn't meet the near fatality definition in Indiana law, so we don't have specifics about how that case was handled.
Yeah, a lot of questions still.
Yes.
Kelly, thanks very much. South Bend Tribune senior writer Virginia Black is working on a two-part series about this case. You can read part one about the DCS email allegations in tomorrow's paper. Sunday, she takes a look at how proposed legislation could help provide more transparency on near-fatality investigations.
Most of us have an idea of what that looks like, but you need a very legal definition of that. You know, DCS's definition was be on a ventilator for a certain period of time, have an act certified by a physician in a certain condition, But those things weren't defined either. And so local judges have a hard time deciding, well, what counts as a near fatality and what does not.
We'll stay with WSBT 22 News and the South Bend Tribune for exclusive coverage as we continue to follow developments in this story.